Today's podcast, we do a little something different. We're bringing in two Titans superfans and friends of the show to talk all things Titans that's going on thus far in the offseason. So, Shane, without further ado, start us up.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. Talking Titans.
With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
The sickest Tennessee Titans podcast. It's gonna be sick.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Sick Podcast Talking Titans. I'm Jarett. I'm the only one here tonight. Sal's on vacation, so I am flying solo tonight, and I'm keeping this ship sailing straight. And what's a better way to do it is bringing in two super fans of the Titans and great fans of the show, great friends. We met them in Nashville last year, and that's RJ and Chris. Shane, bring them in.
What's going on?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Yo? What's up, man? Good.
Yeah, how's everything been, guys?
It's been going good. Just moved into my new apartment, man. So I'm still in the process of setting some things up, man. And man, I'm gonna be rocking here soon, man. Right before the season starts, man. I should be good.
That's it.
It's been good for me too, man. I'm chomping at the bit. I cannot wait for football. It's like all I've been watching lately is highlights and free agency stuff. I'm
Cam Ward video. I mean, I didn't see the video today that RJ was just talking about before we got on of Cam Ward throwing today. Apparently he was throwing dimes. I'm going to get to that after the show. But obviously we talked about Cam Ward, RJ, and everybody when we were at the DraftKings Sportsbook last year when we all met up. I said Cam Ward needed to be the pick. He's got that it factor for us at quarterback. Obviously, we're going to get into that. But let's talk about prior to the draft where the Titans picked up a lot of free agents. What's your take so far of the Titans offseason with the new brass, the head coach, the bringing in, going after a risk, in my opinion, in Dan Moore at the left tackle position. We brought in Van Jefferson, who was an okay wide receiver. We brought in Cody Barton, not another guy, not another great guy, but he had the green dot for Denver's great defense last year. And we brought in Tyler Lockett, amongst other people. So how do you think the Titans have gone free agency so far in your eyes?
I'll say this. I think it's solid. I'm at the point where it's like, okay, we got a couple vets, man, in a couple of spots, man, that can, what I'm saying, put some tape on the bandages, on some wounds, man. Like I said, the biggest problem with the team last year, in my opinion, was quarterback, and I think we fixed that with the number one pick in the draft. So I just feel like this was a very, very solid offseason for the Titans, as in for Mike Bogganzi in year one. I want to see what he does moving forward, man. Really like the draft by him, man. I like the players that we got. Also, I would like to thank. I always gonna thank Jarett for to the day I die, man. He's the reason why I'm a Cam Ward stan, man. Because at that DraftKings day, man, he's the one that really locked in and told me, man, you need to really watch that dude Cam Ward, man. Now, I only watched one game at him at the time. It was a Florida game, and I liked what I saw, but I never really locked in on how he played until you talked to me, though. So,
yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I actually kind of like what we're doing. I know everybody jokes, Tennessee, that's where old receivers go to die or go to retire. I like it. I love Lockett, first off. You got to think, Lockett was the guy before DK went into his ascension to his greatness, So I think Lockett's going to be a good pickup. He doesn't need to be a 1,000-yard guy. I mean, he can come in, get 400, 500 yards. I think it'll be good for him. And I like Dan Moore, too. I feel like we kind of overpaid a little bit for him, but I think he's going to come in and instantly make an impact. Our offensive line was not great last year.
No.
So I think he's going to come in, make an instant impact. And Barton, I don't know if y'all saw the interview with Barton today. He's got some fire in his eyes.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a scary dude, man. I ain't gonna lie, just looking at him,
I saw that video. I'm like, oh, man, I like that he's on our team now. You know what I mean? He's one of those kind of guys, you don't want to play against him. So
yeah, he's a true inside linebacker. It was what we kind of needed because now, we have guys that can actually cover the tight ends, on the outside, and we have guys that can rush the passer, and we're going to get into that as well. But just to touch on what you were talking about, Cam Ward, RJ, I seen Cam Ward play in Wazoo, obviously the late night Pac-12 games, when you're Saturday and you just want to throw a game on, and you're still hanging out with your friends in the backyard, and boom, Cam Ward is there. He's throwing to Kyle Williams. And I said, man, this kid, he needs to get a little attention. And then when he was rumored to go to Florida State, which I'm a Florida State fan, and he kind of screwed us over and then went to Miami, I was pissed off, but I knew he was going to bring Miami to that next step because, like Mario Cristobal said, he came right in thinking like this guy was a 10-year vet coming into a college room where he just took a locker room over, he took a team over, and he said, listen, what was the interview? He had an interview with somebody where one of the wide receivers was throwing with Lamar Jackson, and he called him on the phone. He's like, dude, what are you doing, man? Get your ass down here. Lamar Jackson's not throwing you the football. I'm throwing you the football. Right then and there, when I heard that interview, I was sold on him right, in the beginning. But when I heard that interview with Cam Ward, I was like, holy shit, man, this guy's got balls of steel, and he is not afraid to take over anything. So
I think it was Restrepo, right?
No, I don't think it was Restrepo. I think it was one of the other wide receivers. I forgot.
Yeah, it was one of those. I think it was like one of the freshman wide receivers or something. But that's the side of Cam Ward that people didn't see. They just couldn't on. See, I already knew what people were doing, man. Once Cam Ward name got brought up, they didn't really do no research. They couldn't look them highlights up and see how he played, and they just okay, I can get any quarterback in. Like he's this, that, and the other. Look at the talent. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, y'all not seeing that what Miami looked like before he got to. You know what I'm saying? Miami was sorry. And no offense to anybody that's a Miami fan, but I'm just saying Miami was sorry football team last year. It just was. And he came in and he made them good. You know what I'm saying? He made them good. And you could tell right out the bat. I was like, I've never seen Miami look like that. I mean, I've watched a lot of I'm a big college football guy and I watch a lot. And I just ain't seen Miami look like that since the early 2000s. So
it's just a confidence play caller. And like I said to you guys, I mean, he well before that, I was hyping up and I was a big Will Levis guy that I didn't want them to draft him. But then obviously you get on his back because he's the quarterback of our team. So I had no other way just to support this kid, to say, hey, Will Levis is my guy. He looked good bringing the wide receivers, down to Cabo or whatever, however it was. It was Tom Brady-esque. So, yeah, I eat my words on that. But, man, after week one last year and we opened up that home against the Jets, I said I was way done with Will Levis because he didn't have it here. This is where you need to win games here. Cam Ward has it all. He's got the weird arm angles. He can throw the ball. He's very smart in the pocket. He runs when he wants to run, and he manipulates and calls audibles at the line of scrimmage, which is huge. Will Levis really didn't do that because I don't think he really understands a lot of it up in here. Yeah, he's a little older, but if you don't have it here, you're never going to make it in the NFL. And I think that's the reason why we went Cam Ward versus Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter in this draft.
No, thank God we didn't get that Abdul Carter. Man, I'm sorry, man. I just look. He's gonna be good in New York. I think that's a really good fit in New York. First off, but I just think that noise that he brings, that would not have fly in Nashville, man. Come here. He probably came here asked for Javon Curse number.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Not so up the training camp. Like it would have been something crazy that would have made us mad, man. I'm telling y'all. Like.
Since we're on the Cam Ward topic, I want to go a little offbeat a little bit because I do have another question for you guys from the free agencies and rookies versus vets and everything. But since we're on a Cam Ward pick, Chris, I want to pick your brain first, and then RJ, you piggyback off of it. The thing that pisses me off so much about the Cam Ward situation now is obviously there's no primetime football games, right? So just add another chip to the shoulder of Cam Ward like he needs it, from 0 stars to 5 stars to now no primetime games, 0 respect leading up to the draft. Why does the national media, why are fans of not our team but other teams just blowing Cam Ward off to say, hey, this is the least talked about number 1 pick ever? Because obviously Bryce Young, who did shit with Carolina, when his first year, he had 2 primetime games. Caleb Williams had 3 primetime games, and all these, the list goes on and on and on. Why is it that Nashville, who in my opinion, RJ, you live there, it's a poppin' city, it's a destination city. Everybody wants to go there to party, to do a million things over there. Why is it there no respect for Nashville, especially with the number 1 pick, with a guy as a high caliber quarterback as Cam Ward?
No,
Go
ahead.
Personally, I think Nashville is not yet a football city. I think I watched, maybe it was last week, y'all's podcast, and Sal kind of said that Nashville is a hockey city. I don't even think it's really a hockey city. It's just a big touristy city. Like I live in Louisville, but I have family in Nashville. Like that's where my dad's side is from. So I mean, being there a lot, it's just more touristy than anything. And I think until we start to win, like we need to win like the big one for it to kind of change how everybody views Nashville. And I think more importantly too, like when you think of Tennessee, what do you think of? The Volunteers. Like that's just what it is. Like even growing up, I mean, I'm not a Tennessee Volunteer fan at all. Like I can't stand Peyton Manning. But like when I think of Tennessee, I think of UT. Like so I think that kind of hurt us a little bit. And two, like Cam Newton's a quiet dude. Like even say Cam Newton becomes a top 5 player in the league. I don't or Cam Ward, sorry, Cam Ward. I don't think Cam Ward's like even if Cam Ward becomes a top 5 player in the league, he's gonna be more like Lamar. Like you notice Lamar's not on any commercials, anything like that. He's more like, hey, I'm here about football. Like when you want to hear about Cam Ward, it's about football. And so I think the media knows that. Like that was the big difference to me between him and Shadur. So like Shadur, I love Shadur, but Shadur more was about his brand. Cam Ward is going to be about football. So I think it kind of hurt us. It sucks. I thought that we would at least get 2 primetime games, but 0. I mean,
at least against a division game, or maybe even the Patriots,
right.
with
Like
the storyline
would have been perfect. I mean, the
Yeah,
number
they
1
could
versus
have gave
number
us a
2
Thursday
pick.
night.
I mean, it made perfect sense.
I hate Thursday nights, to be honest
I'll
with
say
you.
this though, Jared.
I do too. I agree.
I'll say this though, Jared, man. I want y'all to pay attention to, well, at least just go back and look at the history of the Kansas City Chiefs and look at what they was before Patrick Mahomes. And I think that's where we're at as a franchise. You know what I'm saying? The Kansas City Chiefs, I mean, yeah, they would get 1 or 2 primetime games. They wouldn't really get talked about. They get in the playoffs and maybe win a playoff game or two and then get put out. And then once they got Patrick Mahomes, they ascended to a level where they're one of the most talked about teams in the NFL. They're the most watched team in the NFL now. They are damn near America's team because everybody wants to see them lose all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's just a matter of Cam Ward's got to make us an NFL football town. It's not gonna be the NFL. It ain't gonna be just the Tennessee Titans franchise. Like until we win a Lombardi, we're not gonna be taken seriously in the eyes of the NFL. One, our market is too small. We're not New York. We're not LA, you know what I'm saying? We're not Miami. Like we need a Lombardi because like Pittsburgh is not that big, but since Pittsburgh has 6 Lombardis and a giant worldwide fan base, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna always get primetime games, and then it's just hard to get behind a team like Tennessee Titans until we do finally get over this hump, man, and win the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
No, I understand where you're coming from, but like
Mhm.
I mean, us fans, I mean, obviously everyone's pissed off too. But when you really think about it, so the thing that pisses me off more is that we have 5 4 o'clock games on the East Coast, which I can't stand. I can't stand those games either. But the thing that gets me is like the 7, the 6, like the Cowboys. You have to be relevant with like stars kind of on the team. I don't care if the Cowboys, are America's team and it's Jerry Jones paying $1 zillion to get on TV with rights deals to get, sell merchandise and all that other shit. I want to see a good football game. I don't care if the Cowboys are 2-12 at the time and they're playing, the Seattle Seahawks who are 4-10 at that time. I don't care. I want to see, a quarterback matchup, Drake May and Cam Ward or, Patrick Mahomes and, Brock Purdy or one of these other quarterbacks. I don't care. I want to see good football. When they have the teams like that, it kind of pisses me off because it really doesn't, like I said, it just throws another chip on Cam Ward's shoulder, which I'm fine with. Let him get pissed off. Let him play, and let him play into primetime. And like I said in last week's podcast, we don't need the primetime games in the regular season. Where we really need the primetime games is the playoffs, and that's what really matters. So Cam Ward can show out and shut everybody up, and he'll eat that spot up in January and February.
Yeah, I don't want those. I didn't want the pro. I was the main Pat catalyst for saying like on Twitter saying like don't stop crying for attention. Every time we've done that and cried for media attention, it never ended well for us. We either getting blown out by a sorry team or we'll just go in the playoffs and choke. Like that whole 21 season when we were crying because they wouldn't talk about us and they even though we were beating the Chiefs and the Bills, like they wouldn't talk about us for a reason because they knew Ryan Tannehill wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? So until we win Lombardi, that's when they're gonna talk about us. You know what I'm saying, unconditionally.
So just to piggyback now backwards, all right, since we talked about Cam Ward, I want to go back to the free agency and just specifically the wide receiver room. How many wide receivers do you think the Titans are now going to carry? All right. because now we have Van Jefferson, we have Tyler Lockett. You're not getting rid of Calvin Ridley, right? You keep counting on those fingers, Chris,
I'm
because
counting. Okay,
because now
I'm
you
with
just drafted two rookie wide receivers, and you signed Cam Ward's
Restrepo.
Restrepo, Cam Ward's go-to guy who said he was vouching for him in the 4th round. So right down there, there's 3 rookies plus 3 vets. Is there an odd man out here? You get my drift over here? What I'm saying?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. So I got a good friend of mine. He writes for the Steelers, and he laughed out loud when we signed Van Jefferson. I'm not gonna say who he is because I'm not gonna call him out like that. But Van Jefferson, he should not get any reps. Leave Van Jefferson out the picture. Let the young guys, along with Red and Lockett, let them have some fun. Let them go out there and compete. Let Van be a special teams guy. Let Van go and help bring up the young guys. But I mean, even counting that, so we got Red, we got Lockett, DK, Alec. So that's 4. Who am I missing?
Restrepo. That's
Does
5.
Restrepo make the team?
Absolutely.
I think he does. I think he does. I think he's one of the most refined receivers on our team. From what I watched from those watching him do drills, like man, that dude footwork is on point.
And he
And he
worked with
may,
Cam Ward too, so he's going to vouch for him. He's going to know where to go, where the ball is. The timing is there. He's going to blow everybody out of the water. And we're missing one, Chris. It's Tyler Lockett.
I named Lockett. So I think that's what.
So you got 3. You got 3 rookies, RJ. You got. You got 3 rookies. You got DK. You got Alec. You got Restrepo. Then you have Rid. You have Lockett, and you have Van Jefferson. If you keep Van Jefferson, that means Treylon Burks is on the out. I don't see them carrying 7 wide receivers here.
yeah, I think they're gonna go 6. I think they go
Burks,
6.
there's no way Burks. I mean,
I feel like we're missing a receiver though.
they have to practice squad Burks, right?
They're what?
They have to practice squad Burks, right? I mean,
I don't know if anybody's going to pick him up at that point. You trade him for a 7.
One more touchdown than all 3 of us in here. No disrespect.
That's it. Yes.
If you can get a 7th-round pick for Burks, I'd trade him.
Yeah, you bring
I'll
that
take
7th.
that 7 in a heartbeat.
I would do that in a bag of Doritos, to be honest with you.
I don't think. I was thinking about it the other day. He literally, he played at Arkansas, and he said he was having asthma problems during camp. I mean, we were screwed from the jump, y'all.
Serious, and just to have him piggyback off of the greatest, basically, wide receiver that we traded away, AJ Brown, in our team's history. So I mean, the kid had a lot of hype, to say, to live up to, and it just really never panned out. So I think that the time is now to move on from him. Even if Van Jefferson doesn't make the team, he's in there for competition. If Burks beats him out, okay, so what? Give him a shot, but I don't see it at all. I think these 3 young wide receivers are going to make this team. Alex supposedly explosive in the red zone, so that's my guess.
Who will be replacing NWI? Is it Lockett? Is it one of our rookies? Like,
I think it's going to be one of our. I think it's going to be Alec.
Yeah, I think Alec. I think he's a younger version of NWI in my opinion. I don't know if he's going to be a better version. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be as reliable, but we'll see. I like what I've seen from him so far. You know what I'm saying?
Like Lockett had, not Lockett, but NWA had what 9 touchdowns last year, something like that.
Yeah, we got
fantasy darling.
Well, we got pass catchers all over the place. Like I said, we're gonna get into it now. We got Tyler Lockett. This draft class, right? We've got a couple of pass catchers, and one of them is in the tight end and Gunnar Helm. Another guy that I pounded the table for in multiple mock drafts. How did you guys think this draft class paired up, for our team?
Oh, I like it. I like this draft. I think this is a really good draft class. I mean, obviously,
Shane, throw that graphic up.
Yeah, I clearly overreacted on round 2 and 3 on Twitter. I said it was the worst draft class that we ever seen.
You said 2 and 3.
Yeah, because after 2 and 3, after the day 2, I was pissed off. I was like, bro, we done drafted Cam Ward and put nothing around her. And then I started doing my research on 2 and 3, and I really like the 2 players that he picked, man, especially the safety. And I'm really starting to get around to Big Femi as well. And he looks like he's going to be an absolute unit, man. That dude is huge. You know what I'm saying? And Winston, I like him as well because of where we're at right now at safety, where we got Xavier Woods starting in front of him, and then you put that guy out there. You know what I'm saying? When he give him time to recover from his injury, and he gets to go right out there and learn from one of the most consistent safeties in the league. You know,
I love our draft. I was a big Gunner Helm guy too. He reminds me of like Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, that's a good
I mean,
comparison.
he's not like super duper fast, but I mean, incredible hands, can jump out the gym. Like he's gonna be a guy. I think he could compete for tight end one. I really do.
I always said it
I think
before.
he can compete for like, and I mean, I even like Jackson Slater. Like Charlotte,
yeah,
I
I
have a
like
buddy.
Slater too.
He graduated from Charlotte.
No, he graduated
Or
from
no,
Sac
he went from
State.
Sacramento State. Sorry, but I like Slater a lot. I like
I'm
Slater a
really
lot.
liking that running back from Michigan as well, man. I think from where we got him at and what his role is going to be on this team, man, I think he could be really some value in that seventh round, man. I mean, sixth round, excuse me. Um, I do like I'm a Gunnar Helm type guy too, man. I think he's a Austin Hooper. I really think that Cam is gonna unlock Chig in a level that we haven't seen him.
I
Because
hope
I
so.
mean, yeah, because for what he did, what I watched him turn Isaiah Arroyo into a third round pick. Yeah, I want to see what he can do with Cheat. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I want to see what he can do with Cheat.
Really
Oh,
unlock him, especially like you said, Chris. I wholeheartedly agree with you that Gunnar Helm may take over tight end one, Chig tight end two. Obviously, Josh Wiley, he's 6'6", but he can rant and rave with his mouth all he wants. He just hasn't really proved it on the football field. That's why I think Gunnar Helm takes that next step and supersedes him with that. Which, whatever it is, what it is. But now you're pairing those two tight ends who really haven't had great tight ends really here in a long time, along with our pass catchers. You're surrounding Cam Ward with a lot of talent right now, and we got a hell of a lot of money too next year. That's why I said it may not be. We may be okay this year. We may sneak into the playoffs, maybe win a division. I'm okay with that. But build on that because next year, the following year in 2026, that's where we're going to have that Cincinnati Bengals run, I think, to the playoffs, where we have that boatload of money in free agency, and we're just going to load up on the defense, load up on the offense, and we're just going to give Cam Moore the keys and just tell him to go, which I'm pretty excited for. But yeah, there's a trend been going around this offseason. Reliable guys that played a lot of football and healthy. Tyler Lockett is one of them. He started a hell of a lot of games. Very reliable receiver for Cam Ward, so that was a great pickup. Xavier Woods, another guy, started every single game last year for the Carolina Panthers. Showed out, reliable guy. Kevin Winston Jr. It's a depth piece and it's a future pick. So when people say, "Oh man, why did we get him?" There was a wide receiver on the board, and like they get pissed off. You got to think what they're thinking. They have Xavier Woods for 1 year. He's nursing a ACL injury. They're gonna insert him right there the following year or mid-season, or he's gonna be a key special teams role player. So I mean, that's what fans gotta. That's what I'm starting to do as I'm getting older, trying to understand how the business side is working. And then as far as Femi, RJ, I gotta agree with you, man. The kid's a freak. His legs are tree trunks. His arms are size of fucking 32-inch monitors, for Christ's sakes. But I'm not going to get snake bitten like we've had before with defending players and pushing players all the way and put them into the pedestal. I need to see him on the football field make plays, and then I'm going to jump on his back. He looks the parts, and his confidence level is through the roof. Don't walk on my field. This is my field. Let's run. We're team. Blah blah blah. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to get bitten anymore by these players, man. It makes you happy, and then it makes you eat your words. So, especially in the forum that we all have on Twitter.
I'll say this though, man. We're gonna have the most shit talking D line.
Oh yeah,
All four of those guys talk so much. Like
yeah.
it's gonna be fun watching the D line go at it with the O lines of these NFL, man. Arden Key's a yapper. The Travondre Sweat, I know he yaps. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Simmons is a known yapper, and then you got this guy who's gonna bring the energy every
Oh
time.
my God, yeah. Seriously, my God. Before we get into the schedule, obviously Cam Ward had his rookie premiere along with Alec. I just want to bring the picture up to you guys. What do we think of the clean look that Cam Ward has with the gold football? Does it remind you of anything? When you guys seen this, what did you guys think?
Me, look, new beginnings. That's what I think. New begin, and I'm thinking too. Are we phasing out Navy? Like, is Navy really about to be done?
I
Like,
kind of hope so because that's a clean ass look right now.
but we
Yeah.
got a Navy helmet though. So do we go back to the white helmet eventually?
You know what?
But
I haven't said it on Twitter yet, but I think that we should go to silver helmets. I think
Silver.
yeah, I think it was because I looked at a couple old Oilers like uniforms, and one thing I seen them do, they went to silver helmets and like or gray helmets. You know what I'm saying? It looked like it worked with that color scheme. But yeah, I wouldn't mind them phasing out dark blue and replacing it with red. Man, I think that'll work. But it's just a matter of.
Yeah, I mean there are rumors that we're getting new uniforms. I don't know
Mhm.
what what or when they're going to do it, but the logo for me, I know you have it on your shirt, Chris. We all have it on hats. You can see it right there on the helmet. I think it's kind of getting old, to be honest with you. I always liked the T as the sword with the 3 stars, the red stars.
mm,
If you could jazz that up a little bit and throw that thing on the helmet itself. So it symbolizes Tennessee. It symbolizes the sword. It symbolizes the Titans. So if they can try
Mhm.
to spice that up, I think that would be kind of sick. No,
Mhm.
see, I love this logo. I do. I love our logo right now. I don't like the. I don't know if you can put the picture back up. I don't like our font, our Titans font. It looks weird with the new uniforms. That's
mm-hmm.
something I'm personally not a fan of. And
You talking about the number font?
the number font and the words, like the Titans,
Oh yeah.
it looks weird. Like our new uniforms. I wore a throwback Eddie George jersey to work the other day. I'm like, dude, this looks so much better. Like it's just
Oh,
our old uniforms.
the old new ones from Tennessee, or are you talking about the Oilers?
The old Tennessee ones.
Yeah,
So
those
Yeah,
like the
you
work.
talking
light
about the
blue.
back in the 2000. You
Yeah,
feel
that
I'm
thing
like,
is hanging
it looks
on my wall
good,
right now,
man.
signed with Eddie George. So I love that
me?
jersey too, man.
I
Yeah.
love it to death, dude. That baby blue, it's special. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Hey,
so I
listen,
wish we would
that's
come
what
back
brought
to
us
that.
probably all as Titans fans back in the day. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so moving on from Cam Ward, obviously, schedule released a couple of weeks ago. We're in talks of doing another season opener party in Nashville, so we will keep everybody posted with that. But since the schedule come out, we talked already about the no primetime games, the 4 o'clock games. Shane, throw that graphic up for the schedule. Do you guys like how we're going to start? Do you guys like the late bye? Let's talk through this schedule, not game by game, but just visually see like where the hard games are, where the not so I mean the easy games are. How do you guys break down the schedule in your eyes?
I'll go first. I like that it's front loaded. I think it's very front loaded. I like the way I think we could go on a run after that bye. I think we if we get to that bye and we like 4-5, 3-6, we mess around and might make a put for the playoffs. Like we can go on a run. Like I'm just looking at the Texans right after the bye at home, the Seahawks at home, Jaguars at home, at the Browns, they're not good. At the 49ers, that's a winnable game. I'm not saying that it is going to be easy, but I'm just saying it's a winnable game. We got the Chiefs. Cam Ward's going to play his absolute. He going to play his heart out to try to beat Patrick
Ooh,
Mahomes. He may not beat him, but he going to try to. He going to show Patrick Mahomes something. You know what I'm saying?
maybe we get a flex game over there.
Yeah. The
Mm.
Saints
'Cause
at home, I think we're gonna beat the Saints. And at Jacksonville week 18, that could be, what I'm saying? Like you look at those and all of those games, except for maybe the Chiefs are winnable games. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm kind of with RJ on that back end, especially. I was thinking like week 18 at Jags, that might be a winner go home game for both teams.
Good.
You know what I mean? But at first, I felt like I was in the minority. I did not like the Broncos week 1. Like I thought about Marcus, right? Marcus went against the Bucks, and I mean had the game of his life. I was like, dang, I can't give Cam Ward a layup there. Like, give him somebody, like give him the Cardinals or something that he can
hmm
just go into and like get his feet wet. But I do think we are top loaded. We're a little top heavy. But even so, like I like our schedule. I know it's not the toughest schedule on earth, but I like our schedule. I think we're gonna be all right this year. I do. I think
No,
we're gonna be all right.
yeah, I mean,
I
definitely
see some
front
early
loaded.
struggles.
Yeah, I mean, we could work through it, but like you said, if you get, even if you lose to the Broncos, you come home to the Rams. Maybe you sneak that game out. You got the Colts. I think we beat the Colts no problem. But then, like you said, you got back to 3 games on the road. Winnable games in my opinion. The Raiders are going to be tough this year, as far as the Texans, but we don't know. We don't know that yet. The Patriots, it's going to be a revenge game for Rabel. They're going to come out on all cylinders firing. But then, right at week 9. This is where things get interesting for me, like you said, where it's top heavy and we can go on a run here. We're home 5 straight weeks. Chargers, by Texans, Seahawks, Jaguars. We're gonna be home for almost a month and a half. Then that's where that run, that's where that healthy. We're not flying, we're not doing anything. We're staying, in Nashville. So I think that's when I saw that right in the middle of the schedule, I'm like, damn man, that's nice. Get the bodies healed in. We're not flying. We're not doing anything. That's nice.
I love a later bye too. I love a later bye. Nobody wants a week 5 bye. Give me that week 10 bye. And I agree. I just noticed that. I mean, 5 straight weeks of being at home. And I think those are all winnable games. I really do. I'm going to try to squeeze in and go to that Chargers game. I got a buddy who's a Chargers fan. So,
oh, yeah?
Last time 2 times ago when the Chargers played in Nashville, that was when Big Jeff had that goal line stand. Dude, the crowd went nuts. We were there. It was fun.
I think Vinny was at that game too.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that game.
He was in a bachelor party, I think, out there, and he was at that game as well. So, just before we let you guys go, we do this thing. I don't know if you guys seen the last couple of podcasts where me and Sal we bring in a random Titans player graphic up there. So I had to keep the train rolling. Sal's not here tonight, so I got to do it with you guys, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw a graphic up, right? You guys, since we don't have any buzzers, I don't want to call it. Just raise your hand if you know who it is at first. So go ahead, Shane. Oh yeah, what we got, guys?
That's Zach Midberger.
No, it is not.
No, it's Rusty Smith. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got a few. My fault.
Did you know, Chris?
I thought it was Matt too at first, but I see his number now. That's Russ.
Yeah, the number got me. Once I looked at the face and said Zach, and then I looked at the number. I'm like, that's Rusty.
Damn, man. I mean that I had to go a little old school on that just to throw anybody off. I was actually going to go Algie Crumpler as tight end, but he's only played 2. He only played 2 seasons with us, and I kind of want to be fair, with 3 to 4 seasons. So he's on there for a while. But yeah, Rusty Smith. We always thought he was going to be that late guy to come in and that late round draft pick to take us to a whole nother level. And man, we are wrong. Thank God we got Cam Moore.
Look at that jersey, y'all. Ain't that a beautiful jersey? Look at that jersey, dude.
Yep.
No, I don't know. I think I like the new ones better than them old. Them are the ones that was after the Eddie George Steven. They did some updates to it, and I'm like,
That was the Chris Johnson wore those jerseys. That was like the 08 season, I believe, right?
I like those jerseys. I really do.
I don't have a problem with it at all. I just like the navy blue in those jerseys. The navy blue jerseys are really nice on that.
We'll always remember the navy blue version of the Titans. I'm just gonna call them the Henry jerseys, man. The baby blues, the Cam jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Those Chris Johnson got his own version of jersey, and then you got the Steve McNair, Eddie George jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So,
what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was saying I'm glad we're going with baby blue moving forward, though.
Oh hell yeah! What do you think about the baby blues going forward, Chris? We're good.
I love baby blue's my favorite color. So I love it. I'm just curious to what combos we're going to come up with. Like, is it just going to be baby blue and white? We're going to have navy pants. I like the navy pants with baby blue. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
We're going to do different side. Like, what are we going to do?
I just want to know the jersey of the future, if they're changing anything. I mean, that's just me. I mean, I'm so impatient where I just want to see something different. If they're saying if Warren Moon is teasing too much.
Did y'all see that we got just partnered up with Ireland? So we're gonna be all our games gonna be showing all throughout the season. Be shown in Ireland.
Oh, really?
So we're gonna build out an Ireland fan.
Yeah, that's it. Build those Irish people up. We need as much fans as possible. Me and Sal were saying it on the podcast too, man. We need
that's
to
a good way
to be
for the
global.
Titans to move.
all need to have kids. They need to be Titans fans. Those kids need to be grow and grow and grow, man. That's how this fan base needs to be. Pittsburgh and Dallas and New York. That's what we need to do.
Go international.
That's it.
Oh yeah,
I don't like those international games all that much. So Ireland, I'm cool with. Ireland's a short flight. You're over the pond. They got some cool things over there, cool culture. So I'm good with that. So
we lost our last one over there, right?
In London, I believe so.
Yeah, I was at that game, man. We played the Ravens, and yeah, that was. I'll tell you though, if you ever go to London and watch a football game, you should, because that whole area is nothing but NFL team. Everybody they go to the game. It don't matter if their team is playing or not. Like everybody out there has their own NFL team, and you know what I'm saying. You got from every single fan base. I seen multiple Titan fans that was European as well. And he was like, man, I just want to see the Titans win over here one time. You know what I'm saying?
with that European accent. I mean, you gotta love it, man. You gotta respect it too. I mean, if they love football, they're gonna go out and they're gonna show out. I mean, that's not that many times that they can actually see American football. I mean, where they just see soccer all the time. So hell yeah. I mean, if I was over there,
Paris now, man, you see they brought the flag football to Paris, man. It's about to be a worldwide sport, man.
Yeah, but I don't think the NFL players aren't going to get permission to do that. There's too much money invested in those guys. You imagine Patrick Mahomes, tearing an ACL playing.
They just announced it. The players can play in it now.
They approved it?
Yeah, they approved it. They approved that the players can play in the Olympics.
That's going to be tough. I don't want Cam Ward nowhere near the Olympics. Love the Olympics, but you need to protect the franchise quarterback now that we got it. So, before we go, there was a couple other things that Brian Callahan did so far this offseason. Did you like the changes? How he changed, locker room where it's not, running backs anymore. It's just sporadic. You're random players. I mean, that builds culture, in my opinion, to a locker room, and how they're doing these new tug of war games and competitions, and their 8-man teams, and you get penalized, you get points. How do you guys like and feel of the new culture for the Titans?
I love it. I do. I mean, this year is make or break for Cali. Make or break. So it's like he's trying to invite and invest in these players, and this is creating his own culture. And I love that he's allowed to do that. Like everybody, I always think about like what Vrabel did in his culture. And I was even watching Bill Belichick's podcast on the Pivot. He was talking about his culture and stuff. Like you got to let him be him. You got to give him a legit chance. I love that Cali is implementing his own stuff. And I just love that he is willing to invest in Cam. Like, I love it all. I think it looks cool. Like, I love that they're actually showing us a different side of him compared to last year. Yeah, like showing us a different side of him compared to last year. So I think it's going to be great. Like, I just hope it all pans out and he ends up staying here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I hope so.
Yeah, I agree. We got I think this whole draft was just about building culture. I think the culture needs to be set first before we go after all them big name players that the Titan fans was crying for, like the Luther Burtons and stuff. Like, you don't want to draft them to build your culture. You want to make sure you have guys that start from the beginning that was working their butt off, so it can bleed into another player. You know what I'm saying? Then you can get another player in here. Then you get that player in here. They can all reach their potentials.
No, I thoroughly agree on that. And like I said, I think he's learned going into year 2. And obviously now, everyone's like freaking out. Oh, there's a competition between Will Levis and Cam Ward. Why don't they just come out and say Cam Ward's the quarterback? You really think that they don't know who the quarterback is? They just drafted him number 1. Cam Ward's the quarterback. It's just saying it for competition reasons and, for the national media. So. But just the whole locker room and everything, I'm with you on that. It seems like they drafted guys that love football, reliable guys, dependable guys. So I'm all about it. And I do love the Jackson Slater pick. He is slated to come on the podcast too, I think after sometime in June, I think. He was supposed to come on 2 weeks ago, but he flew into Nashville and he canceled, but he is slated to come on with us. So I have a whole list of stuff that I want to talk to him on. So that's going to be a good one. Before we go, guys, why don't you tell everybody and shout everybody where we can find you guys on Twitter?
Yeah, Oh yeah, I said yeah. You already know, man. I'm probably one of the loudest Titan fans, man. You find me on Twitter, man. It ain't hard. If you're a Titan fan, it ain't hard to find me on Twitter. Romels. You know what I'm saying? If you like the laugh, good content, man, and just want to yap with me, man, just go ahead, man. Just hop on Twitter, man. You'll find me.
I go by Anybody Kicks on Twitter. You can catch me trolling, you know, messing with people, having a good time. Like I said, if you like decent content, I mean, I ain't the greatest, but I like to have fun.
Nah,
That's where
man.
you'll find me.
Listen, that's why the both of you guys around here. I mean, you guys are true friends. I treat you guys as friends, even though we're miles away. Every time we link up in Nashville, which I kind of want to do a lot more. Anytime we come on the show, I can vouch for the other guys as well. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys for even coming on and taking the time out of your day. So, like I said, thank you guys. We appreciate it. Next,
Can I give a quick shout out?
Go ahead. Give a shout out.
Give a shout out to our guy, Matt Carpenter.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Matt
you are
Carpenter.
right.
I wish him a great retirement. That's my dog, dude. So, and I saw that. I'm like, man, you really like Matt Carpenter? Like, not a lot of people rock with Matt like that. So, shout out to Matt Carpenter.
Listen, I'm a big Cardinal fan too, as well.
Oh no! See, I'm not. I'm not
huge. I'm a huge Cardinal fan, and Matt Carpenter was one of the greatest. I know we went off topic a little bit here, but had to shout him out. Matt Carpenter was one of the best leadoff hitters, and just the way he is swinging that ball came off that bat was just unbelievable, man. He wore my number too. He wore 13, so he wore my number.
My son wears 13, so I get it. I get it. So, yeah, shout out to him, man.
Again, appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming on, taking the time to talk Titans with us. Once again, if you guys haven't done so already, please subscribe to our podcast. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube. Obviously, we're on X. So we'll catch you on next show. So, Shane, you can send us on out.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Talking Titans on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.